What's up, guys? It's Mason with Lights Out Fur Removal. Sorry it's been so long since I've posted a video. I had some bad health stuff going on and figured out I had cancer and had to deal with that. But here we are now. We're good. We're good to go. I've had a lot of people ask me about my predator hunting rig, and I figured I came to check out some fresh cut fields by the house, and I figured why not, I guess it's a better time than any other than to make a video on it real quick. So I think first I'm gonna do a little walk around and then I'll start pointing stuff out. I have a lot of guys ask me about the Highrack system and how I have it set up and what parts make, basically where I get the parts from, and you know, so other guys can do it. It's real simple. We'll do a quick walk around real quick. All right, so here it is. It's my 2003 Nissan Frontier four-wheel drive. It was passed down in my family. My grandfather passed away. I got a hold of it, did a bunch of stuff to get it roadworthy. Timing belt, you know, wheel bearings, all the fluid changes, etc., etc. Nothing special, just a 5-speed manual transmission, clean little truck. This is how I have all my lights wired. I have a front light bar. It's a white light bar, front and rear, front and rear, red lights, and then these are open still. I haven't wired anything into those. And then I have my front red cubes for when I'm driving in somewhere, just real quiet light, want to be incognito. So basically I just get out of the truck. This is how I make it pretty quick and get to business. I come in here, open it up. This is where I store my gun. It's a 22 ARC with a MK2, and I have a helmet set up with a Stride 6. Quit eating that. Quit. Keep tripods back here in the back. Real simple to get to. Keep my call back here. This truck's really set up for 2 people. So one guy will keep his stuff on this side, one guy will keep his stuff on this side. My 2 vets tripod that I use. Close that up. Then back here is where the kill rack is. You know, kill some coyotes, or if you gotta, typically we try to take every coyote that we kill out of the field. We don't leave them on landowner's property. We have a designated spot. We either dump them or, you know, whatever. All it is expanded metal and some tubing welded together. By the way, all the welding on this truck has been done by Yates welding service out of Hartwell, Georgia. He does fantastic work. I couldn't be happier with the way it turned out. Man, he did everything. He did the rock sliders, the cage, everything. But got the tripod, got the kill rack. This is where your passenger or your buddy hunts or keeps his stuff at. Same thing. He has a gun here, his other setup. This up here is just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff, charging things. Mounted a little multi-spot charging station from Amazon. It was like 15 bucks. Got a little Harbor Freight power station. It's good. I mean, I can charge this thing one time and hunt for days and days and days of recharging stuff. I don't know what kind of camper top this is. It was a marketplace special. I basically just had somebody build an exo cage, or Trent build an exo cage around it. He tied in the rock sliders to the frame, and then this is the ladder to get up to the Highrack. And that's pretty much it for the passenger side and the driver's side. Like I said, nothing special. It's a 5-speed manual transmission. Good little truck. It's been very efficient. Many coyotes have been killed off this truck. Front LED light bar for driving at night. You got regular old LEDs in the headlights. Each one of these lights up here is a red light, and the reason that I have these up here, and especially because of the rear, is this thing, you can't see shit out of this thing when you're backing up at night because of the camper shell. but the red lights do really good. They're just Amazon special. I think they were like $25. They took forever to wire up though. I had to do it right, you know, obviously grounded to the exo cage, and everything's loomed and zip tied and ran through the backside. It could probably be a little bit cleaner, but there's really not a lot of places to hide this loom. Just another backup view. Again, 2003 Nissan Frontier 4-wheel drive. I'm gonna get the guns up. I'm gonna get a gun up top and show you how this Highrack works. All right, so here is the rack. You can see these seats. They're actually like deer hunting seats. I guess they go on a stand. They're Millenniums. This is the part number. So basically this whole thing comes with this piece to mount, and then this piece slides up and down so you can take them on and off as you want. This piece right here and this final rest stand are obviously separate. You can buy these at finalrest.com. No, I'm sorry, I'll take it back. You can buy this at finalrest.com for your tripod or your ball head mount. This comes from, I can't remember. I'll leave a link in the description, but it's just a piece of tubing with a spud going through the top of it. So basically what you do is you'll come up here. This is how I do it. I get up here, put my ball head in. I keep these in the truck because I'm afraid they're gonna fall out, even though I know they won't. Put a ball head in here, get it set up, and then I'll unhinge my seats. If I know that I'm going to be using this seat a lot, like if typically this Highrack only gets used if we're going in something that hasn't been cut. During summertime, it gets rough. You know, some of these farmers have a hard time cutting their fields just because it rains so much. They got to have a certain amount of time before they can cut, you know, with the rain and stuff like that. But this is pretty much it. Set up for 2 guys. Like I said, I typically don't hunt with anything anything more than 2 people. This tends to be a big cluster. Not a fan of it, but you can see a lot up here. I mean, definitely over brush if you're hunting coyotes. I mean, you can see a good, you're a solid 10 feet off the ground, I would say. So, you have a big advantage over coyotes in high fields. And typically coyotes don't mind tall grass. I guess it almost makes them feel safer. But basically what I do is I'll crawl up here with a gun and put it in here on my Arca plate, and then before we get up here I'll go run the call out somewhere. And these seats swivel when they're not hooked up with a bungee cord to keep them from moving. They'll swing 360. I have these seats mounted close together on purpose. It's more of a safety thing. You don't want to be at night, you know, typically you trust the person you hunt with, but just in case, I have it set up where if these seats come too close together on the front, you'll actually get really close to hitting. So it makes it really hard to accidentally shoot your buddy. Hope that never happens, but you never know. I'm going to get back down, put a gun up here, and show you what it looks like when, also too, there's this guy on Facebook that does really good 3D printing. It's Miller Outdoors. This is for a call remote. So basically I just grab my call remote, stick it here, and that way I don't really have a whole lot going on with my hands besides my gun, because typically when I'm shooting at something, I just want to have my hands on my gun. But there's plenty of walking space up here. I'm trying to figure out some way to make it a little safer, but I really don't know, other than just don't be a dumbass and fall off, because falling off this thing at night would really, really suck. You probably break an arm or kill yourself, I don't know. So I'm gonna try not to do that. But like I said, I'll put a gun up here and put the phone on a tripod and show y'all how that works. Also too, if anybody's wanting to know, these are just Amazon ball heads. I had a piece of aluminum machined from a local machine shop over here in Royston, Georgia. Just had to measure this, and he did his thing. So like I said, all right, well, I'm gonna grab a gun and let y'all see it. so this is pretty much it. Typically I leave my gun facing down like this, and I will just sit here with my gun kind of out of my way. Like I said, I have a helmet set up, so I just sit here and relax and play the call, run the call here. I'll call on call, but let's just say a coyote comes out. I spot it from however far away, flip my helmet up, get on my gun, and let's say this is why I got these seats, because they do swing 360. Let's just say this, you're watching that coyote for a long time, and you know how coyotes, you never know what they're gonna do. So you can swing, completely 360. Obviously don't shoot your buddy in the head. That's a bad day. But it works really good. Like I said, I don't use it all the time, but when we need it, it does really good. Typically we walk in. I find walking in with tripods more efficient. I don't necessarily like driving in to the spots that I'm gonna hunt. This truck is really, really quiet, but at the same time, walking in is way more quiet. I have scared a couple coyotes off of driving in before, so it kind of makes me leery about driving in. Pigs, not so much. Pigs are stupid. So I mean, the other day, me and my buddy Brian, which is also part of Lights Out Bird Removal, we drove up on some pigs, and we didn't know they were there because the grass was so tall, and they were 10 feet in front of the truck, and he just got out and shot them. I'll post a video of that too. I got a clip of that. I recorded it through the windshield. I do believe a Highrack has its advantages, but also too, I believe that walking in is definitely more proficient. It takes longer, but if you have any type of woodsmanship, you know, being quiet is key, especially when hunting predators, the smartest animal in the woods. I mean, they hear a truck roll up, they're gonna haul ass. So, but I'll take a shot real quick just to show you how steady this thing is. I mean, I know you can't see what I'm hitting, but there's a tree right here. It's about 200 yards away or something like that. So. Super quiet. 22 arc is fantastic. 22 arc is my new favorite round for coyote hunting, period, hands down. Yep. All right, well, that's the rack. Nothing crazy. I'm not a big fan of being super complicated. I know it's more of a rig than most people use, but it is still very simple. I mean, it's just a big square tube, big square with expanded metal, and then these seats bolted to the top. I mean, it's very, very, very simple. I believe anybody could really probably set up their truck to do something similar, especially if they have something like rock sliders where they can tie in the support to the frame. But I'll get down, we'll talk about some more stuff, and that'll be it. Only thing that I do, I probably will be adding to this truck here soon. The plans for this thing is to eventually do a solid axle swap. I'd like to put F250 axles underneath it and put 40s on it. And obviously a ranch hand or something. That's in the future. The amount of time and money it would take to do that is more than I got in the whole entire truck. It would be sick, but at the same time though, it sounds really good in theory, but the whole point of this truck is to be small. Some of these spots we get into, as you can see, these trees are kind of low. I mean, not here, but sometimes I go through little spots and they're hard to get in there, and I feel like if this thing had solid axle and 40s on it, it'd be so high that it would be hard to get into places. So it's a dream of mine. Like I said, it's my grandfather's truck. He passed away, so it's very sentimental to me.
It would be really cool to do something like that, but I just don't know if I want to do it. Let me know what y'all think, how practical that would be. I'm thinking it's not going to be very practical. It'd be cool as hell, but not very practical.
Well, guys, that's pretty much it. She's getting hot, so we're going to take her home. I appreciate you guys for watching. Means a lot to me. Something simple, but it helps pass the time for me and gets my head off a lot of things, and that's typically why I kite hunt, because get my mind off stuff. But I really appreciate you guys watching. If you guys have any questions about anything on the rig, feel free to comment. I'll get back with you guys. I'm pretty good about getting back to people on stuff like that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys.